Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS Inform. I'm your host, Bill Potter, and we're going to be talking with someone running for office, and that is State Representative Steve Bartels. Steve is running for District 74 for a state representative. Steve, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bill.
We are glad to have you here. Now, we're going to find out, first of all, a little bit about yourself. So if you would tell us, who is Stephen Bartels?
Well, Stephen Bartels is a former police officer for 9 years. I did 22 years in the military, retiring as a major. I've been blessed to have several successful businesses throughout southern Indiana, multiple boards, public service, prior elections, prior elected to another position, a local candidate. Two boys, a father, grandfather now. That's starting to get used to that. Being called Gramps is a new challenge in my life. So,
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about why you would want to run for office. You are our current state representative for District 74. What possessed you to say, I'm going to run again?
I think having the experience of this year after being caucused in really showed me that I love this. And my whole life has been public servant. Since the military, police, it's in me. It's what I like to do. It's part of who I am. So with that being said, through my military, police, businesses, I've worked with both parties, worked out problems with civility, and I want to continue that in the State House. And I've already proven that in my first year. One of the things I'm very proud of is, one, they don't allow freshmen very often to pass bills, but I did pass 2 bills in my freshman year, and that's not the amazing thing. The amazing thing is they passed unanimously. Not rocket science, just went to both sides, asked for their opinion, and worked on it.
Now, something we ought to point out, you're running for District 74.
Correct.
Which they're all kind of split up. Where is District 74?
So 74, vast 5 counties I represent. So I represent all of Crawford County, all of Perry County, Southern DuBois, which is French Lick, West Baden and South, Southern DuBois County, and then Northern Spencer County.
Okay. Now you are currently in the office, yes. And so there are some things I'm sure that you're looking to continue in the future. But there are, I'm sure, issues, concerns that will come up for the state of Indiana. And what are some of those that you think are important, and how would you, as state representative, deal with those? So
there's a long list of things that we need to accomplish, and a couple things that I'm looking at as top priorities for me is quality of life and public safety. One of the things I have learned in my less than a year in the State House, is about 74% of our fire protection are volunteers. Most of them are not compensated. There's issues with decreasing amounts of money for volunteer firemen, and a lot of them get compensated, $10 a run or something like that, and then the state taxes them for it. So I've already started looking at a bill that's basically going to look at volunteer public servants compensation and exemption bill, and it'll help incentivize people becoming volunteers in our community. So that's one thing that we're looking at. The other thing is to help fund that. It's very important that we recognize that we need to do what we need to do as a state representative and local government within our confines of our finances. One of the things I'm looking at is, it's called the pilot program. It's payment in lieu of taxes. The state owns lots of property in southern Indiana, and especially my district is one of the largest owned by the state. I think it's appropriate that the state help compensate local units of government for at least the public safety aspect of what they have to do in these state forests. And I mean ambulance, fire protection, police protection. So I'm hoping that we can work this out to where the local units of government can help be compensated and help these public servants be compensated.
Now you got 2 bills passed.
Correct.
Let's talk about those.
Okay. The first one, which is more of helping the appraisers in Indiana. The past administration, when I say that, as far as presidential administration, passed where you have to have an outside management company that you contact before appraisal is done in the state of Indiana. So what was happening is these outside management companies were not paying our Hoosier appraisers for the work they did. So passed a bill that basically said they have to have a contract prior to the appraisal being done. And then the contract law takes over. So it just protected Indiana Hoosier appraisers. The other one, which has kind of gone like wildfire, is the purple paint law. And I already see purple paint on trees all around DuBois County and all around the southern Indiana. And all it is add to the no trespassing law. A lot of people call it the no hunting law. That is not the intent, that's part of it. But it's really to protect landowners and farmers from people trespassing. When I was a police officer, I saw a lot of times that people would remove the signs either through stealing them, or they become faded, or they come up missing. So this is just a law that just helps landowners. It doesn't really hurt anybody, and there's lots of controversy over why purple, and one of the big things about purple is even colorblind people can see purple. There is an exception. Full colorblind people cannot see any colors, and so that's why the exact location, height, and diameters and stuff are part of the law, so they can see this contrast on trees and go, something's not right here, and at least we know they're probably on somebody else's property.
Now, you are running for District 74 state representative. What's the difference between you and your opponent?
I think my experience, I've been blessed to have lots of opportunities in life. So when I'm representing this district, it's 5 counties. There's a diversified group of people here. So having the experience of owning a business, operating a business, my military experience, the police experience, all the boards that I've been on, having all this and understanding how to make people come together with civility and get some things done. I say that, government works better together. And I will not change my core values of being conservative, and this district is conservative, but we can compromise when it comes to debating on sunscreen in schools and these things that we're like, we got to, both sides need to sit down and say, let's just compromise and get some things done here. That's good. I think the state of Indiana and the nation, and especially local communities, is tired of the bickering and not getting things accomplished.
And we're going to give you this opportunity to look right into
Sure.
the voters' eyes and final thoughts.
I think my final thoughts is I represent people. I always say that I present people first, local government, and then the state the last, and that's what I'm here for. I think my vast experience in diversification and really my bipartisan leadership gives me the best opportunity to lead this district.
We would like to thank Stephen Bartels, who is running for State Representative District 74 in the election. You can be voting now, or you can vote on Election Day. Just please make sure that you do vote. Thanks to Stephen Bartels and to the candidates who have joined us here on 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.